Why are prescription drugs so expensive? I don't know, but I'm going to show you how to save some money. Today we will discuss a crucial topic for anyone living with Parkinson's disease or supporting someone who is. Managing Parkinson's can be challenging, especially when it comes to affording the necessary medications. The costs can add up quickly, but the good news is that there are foundations and organizations out there ready to help ease this burden. Many Parkinson's patients are on fixed incomes, on Medicare, and are forced to choose between paying for food, rent, or utilities, or to pay for necessary medications. This is a real thing and a very big problem. I am going to share 6 organizations and foundations that I found that offer medical needs financial assistance. Whether you're newly diagnosed or have been living with Parkinson's for years, understanding the available resources can make a huge difference. I hope this video at least helps one person. Let's get started and find out how you or your loved one can get the needed financial support. So, carbidopa, levodopa is the most common medication used as treatment currently in 2024. The generic version, it's called Sinemet. It's prescribed to most people. It's not too expensive, but it doesn't work well for everyone. The first part of the video will be about my mom's specific experience with a couple of the foundations and how they helped her pay for her medication. Then I'll go through the whole list. You can absolutely skip ahead if you just want the list, but hopefully you can also learn something from my mom's experience. So it may be worth listening to the whole story. I will put chapters down below so you can skip ahead if you'd like to. So, my mom was given Rytary, which is similar to carbidopa levodopa, but different. It's a more specialized medication and combines a fast release preparation with a slow release. So the medication works quickly and also lasts longer than the carbidopa levodopa medication, commonly known as Sinemet. These medications are similar in that carbidopa levodopa are the main ingredients. The levodopa portion is what helps to manage the symptoms, and the carbidopa portion is what makes it so the levodopa doesn't break down before it enters the brain. The generic medication Sinemet, I'm just going to call it Sinemet moving forward, that most people are given to start with has a certain mixture of these 2 ingredients. Rytary, my mom's medication, also has those same ingredients but in different concentrations. And because it has the added extended release, you don't get all the medication at once, but it's spread out over a span of time. And it really helps with my mom's off time. So this kind of explains a little bit about how Rytary is. And I'm not trying to sell Rytary. I just wanted to show what my mom is doing. Anyways, so it says inside each capsule is a unique combination of time-release beads. So 1/3 are immediate. So this is going right now to your brain and giving you immediate release and some relief from the symptoms. And the 2/3, it says, allows Rytary to work for up to 4 to 5 hours. So you can have a more even experience. You're not just given all the medicine all at once and your body needs to dole it out. It's kind of doing the hard work for you. The Rytary definitely helps my mom have less off-time symptoms. She does have off-time every single day, and I've done a video about that. You can go watch it if you want to. But she definitely has less than I heard what other people have on the carbidopa levodopa or the Sinemet. So Sinemet is very commonly prescribed, like I said. Many people do fine on it, but my mom did not. I'm going to do an entire video on that experience. For now, just know that it didn't work. And in fact, she had some negative effects, and it was really a bad situation. So anyways, everyone is different, and what works for one person isn't going to work for another person. And, that's with anything, right? I also wanted to remind you, I am not an expert. I am not in the medical field. I am just a normal person negotiating life with my mom and her Parkinson's. So, I've just gotten a lot of research that I've done, and I'm sharing it with you. Okay, so make sure you stick around, because those 6 solid options that you can check out to help pay for your medication. First, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the 2 that my mom has used, and they help her get her medications for free, Rytary. And Rytary is very expensive, so it's been huge for us. Before I forget, please give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss future content. I would appreciate that very much. Okay, so why doesn't everyone take Rytary? Well, first of all, it's super expensive. It's generally not covered by Medicare, so you're just kind of on your own. So I have seen prices so it's based on your dosage, the price of the medication, anywhere from $300 a month. We recently we had a problem where Rytary was not going to be covered for my mom, and at that time it was going to cost her $1,000 per month for her pills. Terrible, huh? Okay, so anyways, why did her doctor start her on Rytary? I'm not really sure. Maybe the Rytary rep had just been at his office and offered some kickbacks. I don't really know why he started with that and not the Cinemet. I don't really care, actually. I'm glad he gave her the Rytary, because it really works for her. So, the Rytary, so when my mom first got diagnosed, her doctor gave her a ton of samples of the Rytary, because he wanted her to try it for a couple months and see if it helped her. And that would also, he warned us about the cost, and he said, this will give you some time to try to find, different foundations to help pay for it or whatever. So we researched and did find a couple that we could apply for right away, and we did apply to both of them. My mom was accepted at first by the PAN Foundation. It stands for Patient Access Network Foundation. They offer support based on eligibility and availability of funds. So you have to apply and wait for a decision. She was accepted, and that was wonderful. And at that time, we were going to be charged almost $400 a month for the Rytary. She was a retired woman on a fixed income on Medicare, and she couldn't go out and get a job and make any more money. So there was no way she could pay for that medication. So the PAN Foundation was fantastic. So how it works, this is a organization that offers a certain amount of money per year of assistance. Right now that number is $3,250 a year. And the fund is now closed because they've already allocated the funds for this year. I'm not 100% sure what happened when they stopped offering it to my mom, but basically you have to reapply each year. If your medication is approved by Medicare and they have money left, then maybe you will be accepted. We applied right at the beginning of the window, so I'm not really sure what happened, why they did not accept her. Her doctor thinks it's because Medicare stopped covering Rytary altogether. And I also found that information on the Pound Foundation website, which you can look into, poundfoundation.org, and that will help explain why they decline some people, maybe. Basically, what I found out is if Medicare doesn't cover it, then none of the foundations will help you pay for it. So that's kind of a bad thing. And I'm not sure why these organizations tie their foundation payments, their help, their assistance to Medicare approving that specific drug. It's FDA approved. It just means that Medicare itself needs to approve it also. Anyways, so if you are accepted, they pay the portion that your insurance doesn't pay, basically. That's how the PAN Foundation works. So anyways, I'm going to put a link down in the bottom, in the description, with a link to the PAN Foundation website, so you can read all about it. If you want to try to apply, I definitely encourage you to do so. Anyways, after they stopped covering my mom, we did panic and tried again to apply for the next foundation, which is called the Amneal Patient Assistance Program. So Amneal is the pharmaceutical company that makes Rytary. It has a discount card that will help pay for the medication if you have commercial insurance. So if you're not on Medicare yet and you have normal insurance, and you can use the card, and it says you could pay as little as $25 a month. But mom has Medicare, and people in Medicare are not eligible for the discount card. So when we were looking, we found the Amneal Patient Assistance Program, which you must apply for each year. And this is for people that are lower income or on Medicare or have trouble paying for their medicines. So there's an application process that's kind of involved. It's a pretty long application you have to fill out. And then the doctor also has to fill out different paperwork and submit it for you. And then you have to wait for them to make a decision. Every year in December, you get the application, and supposedly by January, you'll have a decision. So anyways, my mom applied and got accepted, and they did cover her medicine for a few years, which was great. Until it didn't. So at the end of 2023, mom applied as she normally did the previous years. Doctor filled out the form, everything was submitted, then we got a denial letter. So basically, Medicare had declined her coverage. So in turn, the Amneal Assistance Program also declined her coverage. So she had no way to help pay for the medication. And that's when we were looking at pricing, and it was going to be about $1,000 a month, which is crazy. So from what I gather, Medicare must allow the medication for the Amneal Assistance Program to accept her into the program. So what happened? Why did Medicare decline this medication? So this is important, so listen carefully, because according to the Amneal rep that I spoke to at the time, this happens often. So I want to tell you exactly what happened, just in case you run into the same thing. You'll know what the process is and how to prepare yourself and what to do. Okay, so Medicare required a prior authorization to be filled out, which the doctor did do. But Medicare really didn't care what he said. They just forced her to switch to Sinemet, which for them is much cheaper. And I get it. Why would they pay for this $1,000 medication when they could pay for the $9 medication? But we were afraid to, because my mom was doing so well on Parkinson's. And we didn't want to mess with her regimen that was working so good for her. And unfortunately, we didn't have a choice. So anyways, we had to play the game, basically. So we switched mom to Sinemet. We slowly weaned her off the Rytary and onto the Sinemet as it was suggested. And it was not a good experience. Poor mom. It was not good. I'm going to do a whole entire video about it later, so I'm not going to go into all the details, but it was sad. So mom declined on Sinemet. She steadily and quickly declined. Without going into all the details, she had pains she never had before. She wouldn't eat. She had nausea, she had hallucinations, she had really bad headaches. She was just out of it. It was just not good. And she was only on it for about maybe 3 weeks. And I just told the doctor that we had to go back on Rytary because this new medication was ruining her life, basically. So, yeah, it was just not a good thing. So the doctor did another prior authorization and gave proof to Medicare that she could not take the Sinemet due to the negative effects. And he basically had to prove that she needed to be on the Rytary. And luckily he was willing to fight for us. He is not the best doctor in a lot of ways, but he was willing to fight for Mom to keep the Rytary, which is great, and we really appreciated that. So anyways, Medicare reviewed the forms and decided they would go ahead and approve it for another year. So the important thing is that you need to have your doctor ready to fight for you. And if they know up front that this is the criteria being used in order to get it approved again, maybe your doctor can, I'm not really even sure how to say what I'm trying to say, circumvent the process and maybe just tell them about the negative things and not make you have to actually go through it. I don't know, but it was terrible. Anyways, so since Medicare approved us after jumping through all these hoops, Amneal Patient Assistance Program also approved her and regained the deliveries of her medications for free. And we are good through the end of 2024. And I will tell you, I am very nervous for this next year. I hope we don't have to jump through those hoops again. It's a huge blessing. You know, we can't afford to pay $1,000 a month for this medication, but I don't want her to have to go back on the other medication. It was terrible, and it took several months once they put her back on Rytary to get stable again. So it was not like a flick of a switch. It took a long time. So she is now back on a good solid regimen, and she's doing pretty good. So knock on wood, count your blessings. I'm going to put links in the description. So if you're taking Rytary and need help paying for it, please apply to this Amneal program. It's probably better than the PAN one, only because I don't think they have a limit of funds. This is the actual company that makes the Rytary. Okay, so I know that many patients take other medications, and not just Sinemet, not Rytary. There are a lot of medications, Parkinson's related things people take medication for. So here's the list of the foundations. Number 1 is the PAN Foundation, which I already went into detail about. I'm going to put a link down in the description for that one. That was the one that had the $3,250 limit each year. So anyways, that's that one. Number 2 is the Amneal Patient Assistance Program. That's the one I was just talking about, the one that's currently assisting my mom. So like it says here, that with commercial insurance, you can save by accessing the Rytary copay savings card. It says eligible commercially insured patients. So that means you have like Blue Cross or one of those regular commercial insurance, not Medicare. So no more than $25 a month you'll have to pay, which is great. After the first prescription, they pay as little as $0 for their second and third within the same 30-day period. So I'm not sure why you would have more than one prescription in the same 30-day period, but anyways, I don't know. So then it says here, if you're uninsured or have low income, ask about the Amneal Patient Assistance Program. And that's the one that my mom went through. So here's the phone number if you have questions. I'll put a link down below. Okay, so number 3 is called the Partnership for Prescription Assistance, PPA. It's also called the PHRMA's Medicine Assistance Tool, which is called MAT. So I found this all over the place. A lot of people reference this medicine assistance tool. It's basically a search engine to help caregivers and patients find assistance and resources in the biopharmaceutical industry. I played with it a bit. I used Medicare as the main insurance and an age of 65, and I found a few different sources of help. Each one varies based on your specific situation, what state you're in, how much income you have, blah, blah, blah. So give it a try. I'm going to also put a link to that one in the description. I didn't actually apply for my mom because we don't need it at the moment, and hopefully we don't. But yeah, so that's that one. Number 4 is called Good Days. It's a national nonprofit that helps patients with chronic or life-altering diseases, including Parkinson's, by providing financial assistance for medication copays, travel, and premiums. Those are insurance premiums. There's an application to get help, of course. So this one has a lot of stipulations, but it had a lot of good reviews, so they must be able to help people. But you have to have one of the covered diseases, and the program you are applying for must be accepting enrollments. Patients must live in the United States and have a valid Social Security number, must be seeking assistance for prescribed medication that is FDA approved to treat the covered diagnosis. There's also an income level requirement and an insurance coverage requirement. They also accept donations so that you can help provide life-saving resources to others. If you are financially in a good place, maybe that's something you can do. Once again, I will put the link down in the description so you can check that out. Okay, moving on. Number 5 is GoodRx. You might have heard this, you might have seen the commercials. Some people have found GoodRx to be very helpful, but others not so much. I've used it a couple times and have saved a few bucks. It even works on pet medications, and that's where I have saved the most, believe it or not. This one, I don't remember what it was for, maybe an ear infection or something. My dog needed this cream, and the vet didn't have any in stock, which ended up being a blessing because it was going to be like $80 or something through him. And I looked up on GoodRx, and at Walmart it was only like $12. So yeah, that saved me some money. So anyways, we're gonna go check this out together. So I'm gonna switch over here to a web browser. Let's see here. Here we go. So I logged in. Well, I signed in. I created an account and signed in, and now it wants to know if I want to get their plan. It's interesting. I'm not sure if you get better pricing or not. I don't want to pay. There's a free gold trial, and I may play with it, but I just wanted to kind of talk about this. So if it's $9.99 a month, so that's $10 a month. You have to save more than $10 on medicine to make it worthwhile. But they do have virtual care visits for $19, which is kind of nice. Anyways, free home delivery. So I'm going to say maybe later. So this is GoodRx. It's pretty simple to use. You're going to search for prescription prices. You can connect with a provider online, locate a vaccine site, whatever. So once you are in here, I just think I'm going to go here because this is what I want to look at. So this tells me some popular things that some of you might be taking, and here's the price, which I don't know if those are good prices or not. I'm just going to use Rytari just because it's so expensive, and since my mom uses it, I just wanted to use that as my baseline here. Cinemet is only like $9 or something, so I don't know that this would really be helpful. So anyways, here's Rytari. I'm just going to click on it. Verify I'm a human. Okay. I am a human. Interesting. Okay. I did that. Oh, there we go. Okay. So this is a lot of information that they have here, which is actually nice. Up here at the top, so this is Amneal. That's that assistance plan I was talking about. So it'll take you right to that, which is kind of nice. So if you want to learn more about the medicine itself, you can learn more here. and then there's about the prescribing information, etc. So they have all that information on there. What you need to do is first, this is important, is get your dosage right, because the price will vary based on the dosage. So look at this, $3.90. So this is for 90 capsules. My mom takes 6 a day, 48.75. She does take this dosage, but she takes 6 a day. So 6 times 30 for a month, that'd be like 180 capsules she would need. Let's see here. We don't have 180. So this would be 2 months worth. Let's just do 360. That would be for 2 months. So let's update the prices. Oh my God, $1,500 for 2 months. That's crazy. Anyways, yeah, so anyways, thank goodness we don't have to pay for this right now. But just for an example here, they will show you local. So I live, let's see, I am in, let's set my location here, Moore Park, California. So it will show all the local major pharmacies and their price. And then there's a little mark here for Rite Aid. Rite Aid is the cheapest. Rite Aid no longer exists. They just closed that store. But anyways, so $14.49 at Rite Aid. So it's nice because you can see who has the cheapest. Now, I wouldn't want to have my medications all at different pharmacies for a couple reasons, but mainly you could get confused which one's where. But I also like having all my medications on file at one place. So if there's a potential negative drug interaction, they may catch it. But that's just me. You may not care, and if you're saving $100, $200, I really can't believe that. Let me see what the 270 is. I'm just curious. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, anyways, moving on. So down here, there's a little bit more. Oh, look at this. This is something I just noticed. Look at the retail is different for each of them. $13.75, $12.94, $13.58. So who knows what the retail really is? Oh, interesting. Anyways, so if you scroll down longer, you could get. If you get it from here, you can have free shipping. Then you scroll down further and you'll get access to some coupons. And here's that PAN foundation that we talked about, the #1 on my list. Here's some common questions. There's a lot of information on here. There's the carbidopa-levodopa, duopa. I know that is a Parkinson's drug of some sort. Let's click on that. Oh, care provider, administrative. So they can't even do that one. Okay, let's just go back to drug savings. Let's just look at Cinnamon real quick. I'm not sure which one. So there's the generic one, brand name, CR. I don't know what the difference is. Let's just pick this one. I wouldn't even know. Oh, it's been discontinued. So let's go back. Sorry. I obviously didn't do this ahead of time. Let's just do the generic one. So you can see the difference. So here, this doesn't look that great. $25 versus like $8 at Vaughn's. So there's a big difference. Look at all these costs. There's a big difference for this medication. And that's for this 25 to 100. They have 25 to, this should be the most. Let's see, let's just get like 360. I just want to see what the most expensive is. So it goes everywhere from, you know, $70. Oh, here's 100 at Walgreens. Doesn't tell us which one the lowest one is here. But anyways, you can figure it out by yourself. $34.75 it looks like. a couple different places. Albertsons, Vons, Pavilions, those are all the same store. So anyways, that's GoodRx. It's pretty awesome for research, if for nothing else, and if you just want to know how much things cost. So there's one more, number 6. While we're in here, I'm going to go there. It's called needymeds.org. It's similar to GoodRx, and like you get a discount card. This is what the card kind of looks like. Get the app. You can use it on your phone when you're at the pharmacy. Same with the GoodRx. You can use the app or the website. So anyways, then you could just search for available cost savings for your medications and use the card at the pharmacy. You know, same kind of thing. So let's just do Rytary again. And this I like because it has some information here. Here's some prescription assistant programs, you know, different coupons, information you can use up here. But then you just click on the medication itself. Oh no, you have to click over here. So this is the coupons. I'm not sure what this is. Okay, so these are the two programs that they recommend. This is the PAN that my mom tried first, and the Amneal, the one that she's on now. So they only show 2 programs that can help pay. And then you go back, and then this one is for support. I don't know what support would be. Oh, it just takes you to their website, prescribing information, and a brochure. But here's the coupons, so you just click here on coupons. And these are basically just links to other sites that have things available. So here's a free trial program. Eligible commercially insured patients may receive free 30-day supply through Blink RX. And then this one down here is a copay card sign up. So yeah. Anyways, so those are the 6 I found. Oh, excuse me, I had to sneeze. You can see there are many different organizations and foundations out there who claim to help pay for prescriptions. This is just a fraction of the ones out there, and these, to me, seem like the most promising. If you're younger, a patient, and you're covered by commercial insurance, most pharmaceutical companies have discount cards that can help tremendously. So you could just, whatever pharmaceutical company makes the medication that you're taking, go to that site, and a lot of times they will have a way for you to save on paying for that medicine. However, if you're on Medicare, you're not eligible for any of those cards. So that is where most of these foundations come in, because they realize that the Medicare retired patients need help paying for these medicines. You will need to apply, not for the cards, not for the discount cards, but if you want to actually have a foundation help pay your costs. A doctor will need to fill out paperwork also, and hopefully you'll qualify. It's crazy to me that these medications are so expensive, and that you're on Medicare. There's not a lot of help for people. And I hope that this video helped you. I hope that you can use at least one of these resources to help pay for your medication. I am sorry this was such a long video. I did not mean it to be so long, but I just kept finding more information that I wanted to share. So thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you very much. Hope you have a healthy and wonderful day.